Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe, everyone. Subscribe. And thank you to those who have subscribed. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel, liking and commenting. It just helps the channel grow. But yeah, guys, the topic of today is the player ratings for the Sundowns game. I was not looking forward to this part of the video of rating our players, but maybe it will give me a chance to answer my frustration about these guys and what they did today. So, guys, this is it. We're going to just get straight to it. And I'm going to just also post a picture of the MTN 8, and maybe I'll have a few takes on that later. But yeah, Peterson, goalkeeper, the guy we love and hate, the guy who saved us from losing 6-0, and the guy who made us lose the game. How do we rate a guy who does that? It's difficult, guys. Like, you don't understand. It is so difficult to rate this man. This man is basically our hero and our villain and our enemy. He's the guy who gives your child a kidney and then at the same time sleeps with your wife. What do you say to this guy? Do you say thank you? Do you say I hate you? You don't know. But yeah, Peterson's rating, you know what? I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6. I know people will say, why not give him a 7? It was one mistake. I'm like, as a soccer player, we all know first 10 minutes, last 10 minutes are the most important times of a game. Peterson conceded the most weakest goal in the last minute, and he played so well throughout that game. Even reminds me of one time when Ron Fernandez was playing for Bafana, and they hit him at that same kind of chance, and he fumbled it into the net. Things like that. Professional, guys, professional. But anyway, I give him a 6. Like, he did all he could. I don't want to give him more because that the 2 goals Sundowns scored was because of Peterson. Say what you want about Castillo, but Peterson should know who is around Castillo. From the moment Peterson made that pass, I knew it's the wrong pass. I just didn't know what Castillo was going to do, but I already knew we're not a ball-playing team because that's not the system these guys were training these guys. They're training them how to play long balls and tum-tum. Tum-tum football is useless. But anyway, left back, Hlanti. You know what? Our defense was not the worst, but Sundowns is just that good. So Sundowns kakamulaed us, guys. Like, we were bits and pieces at some point in these games because we were just there to defend. Everyone was defending. Like, there was no strategy. So Hlanti, I'll just give a 5. Like, it was just bad. Ditlhokwe, like, what can I say, guys? Let me just give him a Ditlhokwe 5.5. I'm being generous at this point, but the way they were dissecting our team was just terrible. Like, it was a disaster. Msimango, I'll also give 5.5. Same story. He was one of the better defenders, but it's the same story. They were just dissecting them. They were struggling with positioning. Sundowns was just tearing us apart, basically. Frosler, I'll give a 6. Frosler handled Maseko well, because Maseko, if it was another right back on the day, I don't know how they were gonna handle Maseko. Like, Frosler had Maseko basically in his back pocket. I even want to give Frosler a 6.5. The way he played so well in closing that guy down. One man, like, Maseko struggled, but at the same time, Maseko is just like a 20-year-old. Like, I think in the next Tuesday and Sundowns meeting, when we play them, Maseko will probably be a very different player because he hasn't even gotten a proper preseason with Sundowns. So, Froster 6.5. The worst one. Let me first, before I get to these midfielders, I want to say this, and I want you guys to understand that Mulifenziki made the same mistake others Zwane made last year. Last year, we played the first game against Royal AM, and we were like, no, Chiefs was creating a lot of chances. We were playing. It was just that the field was not the best and we were missing chances. About Dupree missing easy chances. I'm a tap in and said, then we were like, when Sundowns comes, we're gonna hit them with that same fire. Then what did Atazwane do? Atazwane brought another defensive midfielder, and we had that same problem where we were playing with like Sitebe, Matt, and even Cole Alexander was playing in that game. It was defensive. Molefe and Sike took that same approach, decided to bring in Sitebe and Matt and Castillo. And it was the way. We had no midfielders yesterday. Yesterday, we have to be honest. We had no center midfield. We just had defenders. Like, there was nothing, no creativity, nothing. Whenever Mark got the ball, he either couldn't control or whatever, or he just couldn't make a pass. But at the same time, these guys, who do they pass? Because they were just kicking the ball forward, and Sundowns was already prepared to get those balls. So let's rate them. Matt, I'll give him a 4. Like, I'll give him a 4. Sitebe, I'll give him a 4. Castillo, I'll give him a 4. All of them, I give them 4s. I wanna even give them 3s. One thing's for sure is that they were marking the whole match. So they were just there to mark. So they did some good marking here and there. They pressed right, nice here and there, but they were just useless going up front. Like, and even defensively, they were just getting turned around. Sundowns was playing like the training. The way they were making these guys run in circles, even when they were pressing, making Chiefs run in circles. But yeah, for those guys. And then let's get to the attacking force. Dupree, unfortunate Dupree, he was the only one who showed energy. I'll just give him 6 because he scored the goal and he was the one trying to take on Sundowns. He was running against them, he was making the runs, but unfortunately he had no support. He was alone in this game. It was Dupree versus Sundowns defense, and their defense includes Abo Mokoena and all of this, Abo Island and all of these guys. And then next one is who was on the right. Who was on the right? Why am I forgetting? You know the way these guys were so absent. You even forget. Oh, Mod. Actually, Modi was on more of the left than right when the game started. Modi, same story as Dupree. Modi just struggled. He had no support. When you would get the ball on the line, there would be no support. And I want to say this, guys. Chiefs is very weird as a team. Why do we want to play wide players when our system makes them isolated? We don't support the wide player. And when the wide player has to cross in the box, usually the striker is either late or there's not enough support in the box. It's like our combination play doesn't benefit anyone. When we go wide, no one is supporting through the middle. When we go wide, no one is like there's just no support. So I don't get why we even make some of the moves we make when it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, Modi would get the ball on the left and he would be isolated. It would be Modi and 3 Sundowns players. There would be no one making a deep run. There would be no one making like, there would just be nothing. But anyway, Modi, I'll give a 5. There's nothing he did in the game. So yeah, 5. Ranga, like, no supply. He lacked movement. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but like, you know what? Let me be honest with you guys. I won't fault Uranga too much. Chiefs is just not creating. Like, it's not the case of last season with about Pimenyi Mana and Nobo Dupree, where they were missing one-on-ones. La Uranga has nothing. Like, nothing at all. So if Uranga is playing with the team that's not creating, I don't know what miracle we're expecting to see from the guy. Yes, he can do better movement, but in the better movement, Cheese plays high balls and then he has to challenge with these guys in the air. Every time he has to trap a ball, he's trapping the ball with his head because he doesn't have a chance to trap the ball with his feet. So we haven't had, Cheese is just not using Ranga the way Ranga is meant to be used. And that is the story of our lives. Chiefs never use players the way the players are meant to be used, we always use them in the wrong way. Just like with Dupree, you can't kick high balls for Dupree to challenge in the air. No, it must be behind the defender. So if you're not going to do behind the defender, rather play it short, 1-2, Dupree run behind the defender. But no, we don't play that football. And it's because our coaches are dumb. They don't even know their team. So Urang, I'll just give a 5. I can't fault him for much, but yeah, I'll give a 5. Okay, best substitute to Potsani. Potsani, I'll give a 6. Potsani was the best player. I feel like in the 10 minutes he played, he was actually better than every player that Chiefs had on that pitch, the whole 90 minutes. Because in that 10 minutes he played, he was taking on players, he was making passes, he was just a problem. Like a mosquito, whatever you wanna say. He was just a problem for Sundowns. It was the first time Sundowns felt someone is a problem in this game. When Potsani came. When Potsani came, Sundowns was like, this guy is a king. And he was a king because he created the assist. So Potsani, I'll give a 6. I would have given him more, but like 10 minutes. We can't expect much in 10 minutes. 6. And then Chiefs also brought on Ogadebe. We don't understand why. Why did they bring on Ogadebe? We don't know. Because Ogadebe, yes, when I even think back at this game, I'm trying to wonder, do I even remember him touching the ball? Yeah, I can't remember. But yeah, Ogadebe, like 3 and 2 is more his rating. Like now I'm just giving him a rating which he got onto the field, but he didn't do anything. So 2, 3, what can we say? I'm trying to think of another player who came on, but I can't recall because our play was just so useless. It was Saile came on. Saile, I'll give a 4. He had no impact. Even 3. But maybe that. No, what? 3 to 4. Whatever rating you guys want to choose. 3 to 4. That is Saile's rating. Coaching, I give a 1. I want to even give it a 0, but coaching, I give it a 1. The only positive thing that Chiefs did in this whole match is putting Mpotsane in. But even that's a negative because they put him in late. But that is the only positive thing our coaching did. But Ulifensiki, Dylan Shepherd, Arthur Zwani are terrible coaches. Terrible, 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 terrible coaches. This is the worst Kaizer Chiefs game I've watched in my whole life. This is the first time I realized that Chiefs is scared of Sundowns. Like, one would expect me to have known this from last year, but this year is Arthur Zwane's team that was losing, created way more, that lost 4-0 or 4-1, whatever, played 10 times better in creating chances than this team here. This team just looked good defensively. But even defensively, they dissected us. So all of those coaches, I give 1. They were all useless. They were useless. The team setup, useless. They substitute. Like, where was Khatebe going? What about Tanzania? These are players who were big main. Like, Khatebe has no... You don't play Khatebe in small games. You want to play him against Sundowns. Then you're going to rate him against what he did against Sundowns. That is not quality coaching. That is stupidity coaching. Like, they don't have intellect if they're coaching like this. So that is what I'll say. And I know that's maybe sounding too harsh, and I apologize to anyone who thinks that. But what they are doing is not professional coaching. What they are doing is just the kind of coaching you find Ekas, where the guys just found the team for the first time and he doesn't even know the players. So yeah, Chiefs coaching is useless. I give them a 0. And on top of that, I'll even give the Kaizer Chiefs management a rating. Kaizer Mtaung Jr., Bobby Mutaung, and now maybe it's time we also start looking at Kaizer Senior because he's the one who can ultimately make the change. I also give them a 0. A 0, 0, 0, 0. Why do I give them a 0? We can't fix and then not fix. Fix and then not fix. Fix and then not fix. When we fix, we must fix the whole thing. You can't just not fix and not fix and patch and what. No. Like this year we have the players, but we decided to hire the wrong coach. Next year we won't have the players and we'll decide to hire the right coach. Then next year we'll, you know what, then the next year we won't even have the players and we won't even have the coach. It can't go on like this. Like, I feel like if we lose MTN 8, because this is the easiest trophy for us to win, if we lose MTN 8, Kaizer Jr. and Bobby and Kaizer Sr., they have to fire Leaf because, like, guys, there's no hope here. Like, I'd rather put in a coach who will start making Chiefs play in the next 3 games than watching the football we've been watching in the next 10 games. Like, I would rather that. Like, if it has to be, bring Dance Malisela and bring Kevin Johnson to assist him. Like, rather that, let them patch and make it work, you know. And Arthur Zwane, Dylan Shepard, Unzeki must be let go. They were meant to be let go for Nabi's team, but they didn't. But now it's time. Because as you can see, all the people who you are leading, who are up there to guide the team, are failing dismally. So yeah, that is my rating. Guys, tell me what you guys think. Are you happy with the Chief squad? And yeah, MTN 8, the title looks good. The what you call trophy, new trophy looks good. Do you even think Chiefs will even win this trophy anytime soon? And will we even make it into top 8 this year, the way we're playing? I know it sounds like doom and gloom, but if I could find a positive out of yesterday's game, it's just that Potsani has to start. Like, Potsani has to start against Cape Town City. That is the only thing I can say. And the other thing I can say is that they need to sacrifice those 2 defensive midfielders. Like, maybe play with one and add 2 more attacking players, because we can't be so like useless going up front. We have to show some more creativity, and that may be sacrificing. Like, Sundowns plays with basically Tebogo Mokoena. The rest are creatives, Allende, etc., creatives. We play with 3, not even Tebogo Mokwenas. We play with 3 Mvalas. Like, if we have to compare them to Sundowns, like, it's not good at all. So yeah, guys, give me what your ratings you guys think about, and yeah, let's chat.